welcome to another unboxing from pushingcardboard.com. I'm Grant Lenneberg, and today we're having a look at Operation Theseus, Gazala 1942, another game from Vuca Simulations. I just got my first two games from these guys recently, and I can't wait to have a look inside the box and get playing these. These look really terrific. These games, they come in what's kind of like, it's very close to the size of the old Avalon Hill boxes. I should also note that this one came along with, it had this on the outside as well, so maybe something that was meant to be inside but didn't make it into the box, or perhaps there was a misprint and they've already corrected it. Who knows? Anyway, Vuca Simulations, Operation Theseus. This game, what does it say here? Yeah, the designer is Blennemann, developer and art director P. Gebhardt, graphic artist P. Berserk, and rules editor P. Gebhardt here. Gives complexity a 7 and solitaire suitability an 8. Nice looking box. I've mentioned it before about these boxes. There's something about it's not like a linen finish, but there's something about the finish on these that is, the boxes are really attractive, and I really like the artwork here as well. The cover art is great. I don't know, there's something about it. It reminds me of in some ways of Roger McGowan covers from the 70s and 80s, who I just loved his covers. Anyway, they don't come in shrink wrap. They come with these. They come with just a sticker to seal them. And so this sticker's almost coming off already. So I'm gonna carefully take that one off, and that's good. And then see if I can get this one off without much fuss. There we go. Yeah, they're great stickers because they stick, but they don't tear up they don't stick to the cardboard and tear up the cover on your box, so they come off really nicely. There we go. All right, let's see what's in the box for Operation Theseus. This they're known for their components already, this company, and I'm sure that this is going to be no different than their other games. We start with a rule book. They're printed rule books. We've got a 34 pager here. Nice, decent font size, easy to read. A fair bit of white space there, so your eyes don't get lost and tired out. We have rules. And then the scenarios also, the scenarios are in the back here. There's a few scenarios. Let's see, 3 scenarios. A few examples of play. That looks pretty good. And some designer notes and player notes. So that's all great. This is a good looking rule book. This is, man, talk about bursting onto the scene. These guys are really putting out a beautiful product. Here we have a couple of 10-sided dice, nothing exceptional there. But here's the map board, and it's the box is quite heavy, no surprise, because this is a mounted map board, and yeah, it's gonna be too long to fit in a shot, but I'll try to zoom in so you can sort of get a better look at what some of it looks like. It's I'll try and back up. I can't get all of it in, but it is a good looking map board here. Let's get a Beer Hackham over there. Kind of get an idea of the map is quite detailed in terms of its artwork, and yet it looks totally functional and readable on first glance. So that's always good news from this guy. There's also a little bit of a sort of player aid area down on the map here, probably a turn record and and stuff like that, as well as across the top side of the map. So, yeah, good looking mounted map board. So that's another plus for this game. And then next up is the counters, and wow, these guys don't spare anything. This is pre-rounded punch-out counters, so you don't have. They come pre-counter clip for those of you who like to clip. The counters, to my eye, look. I think the little top third there. I imagine that probably is some kind of a unit tells you which unit each piece comes to, and then the bottom half tells you the nationality. I'm just guessing. But the numbers are easy to read along the bottom. If that's the only numbers you really need, then these counters are great. I'm all for it. That's beautiful. So that's the front side. Here's the back side. I don't know if that's probably a step reduction side. Hard to tell at first glance here, but those look good as well. And it looks like they have a kind of a corner cut to let you know that that's the flip side. Another sheet. This time it looks like these look like all of these here look like the different units. So if this is a chit pull game or something like that, those look like the chits that go in the cup for the chit pull. These are some kind of markers. Maybe it shows a step reduction. Who knows? It's 0 to 3. Some beachhead or breached minefield. That's what that is. Breached minefield. There's no beachheads in the desert. Breached minefield counters. Improved defense counters. Isolated counters. Just a bunch more markers. Again, individual counters to pop out and pre-rounded, so they all look good. And I don't know what all these little it says optional combat multi-chits. I don't know what that is. I guess we'll find out. And there's a strange looking thing here. Combat results. I'm going to punch this out again so that we can just have a look. There must be a chart somewhere that this applies to. Maybe it's maybe I'll luck out and it's going to be this first chart here. But yeah, it feels like you could slide it up and down and get through, see the result. Who knows? That's an interesting piece. Who knows what it does? But I've never seen anything like that before. Anyway, that's the end of the counters. On to the player aids. These player aids are they're not as thick as the mounted map board, but they're thick, hard cardboard. Player aid A with more info on the back side. Player aid B, minefields, stacking limits, minefields. Some more info on the back side there. Oh, and then this is scenario 1, 2, and 3 board setup. So this is just how to set up your orders of battle before you start, and it probably same thing here. So that also probably tells you where on which turns you get reinforcements or whatnot. Anyway, setup charts, and then this appears to me to be like a gameplay chart. It's got a turn track, and for all the different units, it has a thing that goes from like 6 to 0 or 5 to 0 or even 4 to 0. I'm guessing that somehow units degrade, and maybe this is where you keep track of everything. It'll be interesting. It's that's not always the easiest thing to deal with when you're playing, to have to look to the side to see the health of a unit. But that would be my guess as to what's happening there. But who knows? Maybe it's just something to do with initiative or something like that. Nothing on the back side of that one, which makes sense because it looks like you every scenario needs that both sides. So or side up. So that's that. I'll quickly I'll open this other package because we might as well find out. This looks like it's player aid A again, and I bet this is just I bet there was some kind of an error or something. Player aid A, and so it's either another set. I'll have to check. It's either another set, so both players get both, or there was some kind of errata or something, and they had to reprint them. I'll have to look. I'm sure it'll say on BGG somewhere, but it's in the extra little package. It was just another set of the player aid cards. So there we go. That's what's in the box for Operation Theseus, Gazala, 1942 from Vuca Simulations. Great looking components yet again. I can't wait to see if the game is as good as the components, because this is a real beauty. Well, thanks again for listening. My name is Grant Linneberg, and you're watching Pushing Cardboard. Check us out at pushingcardboard.com, or check out our podcast anywhere you pick up your podcasts, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever. Or it's playable directly from the website at pushingcardboard.com as well. So thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.